everyone, Kat here. Okay, so the Switch 2 is somehow, some way, coming to stores somewhere in a couple months. And I am hyped for all the new games. Really. But you know what series needs a new game and didn't get one announced yet? Yep, it's Animal Crossing. So I'm throwing some content out there in the hopes that there might actually be a new Animal Crossing game revealed by the time I get my hands on a Switch 2. And since this is a mostly Pokemon channel, I'm gonna talk Pokemon lookalikes. In this video, I'll cover each of the Animal Crossing villager types, pick a villager who stands out to me, and select 2 Pokemon for them. The first will be a Pokemon they look like, and the second will be a Pokemon they act like. I'll also throw Isabelle and Tom Nook in there because why not? Finally, I'll end things off with a trio of villagers who happen to match one particular Pokemon, both for personality and looks. Let's get this list rolling. Number 1 is Cephalobot, an octopus villager with a smug personality type. I love the fact that there's robots in this game, and Cephalobot's the only one who isn't a jock. Yeah, we get it. You guys have literal muscles of steel. Good for you. I mean, I suppose theoretically you could program a robot to have any personality you want, but anyway, matchups. For the visuals, I'm looking at the robot-like Future Paradox Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet, but most of them are designed to be fierce and intimidating, not Cephalobot at all. There is one exception though, and that's Iron Bundle. Just a cute little robot penguin doing its thing. Being a smug villager, Cephalobot sees himself as an upcoming sophisticated star. Now I need to match that personality to a Pokemon. The choice here is clear. Furfru, the proud puppy from Kalos. These Pokemon pretty much exist so you can style their fur and show them off. They are made for the spotlight, just like you, Cephalobot. I totally believe in your future stardom. Number 2 is Tia, an elephant villager with a normal personality type. What is normal? A very loaded question indeed. But you know what's not normal? Having a teapot for a head and calling yourself an elephant. Personally, I think Tia's messing with me, trying to see if I'll point out the obvious. Well, I see through you, Tia. And you know what Pokemon you look like? It's Poltegeist, the possessed teapot Pokemon. It is literally your head, Tia, and it is not an elephant. Now, as for personality, normal villagers have one particular line that often stands out to people. Yesterday, I could have sworn I was smelling my dad's, with the food filled in at random. So apparently, with no other traits to go on, normal villagers are kind of foodie-leaning and have a strong sense of smell. No worries, Tia, I've got the perfect Pokemon for you. Meet Slurpuff, a fairy type introduced in Gen 6. This Pokemon evolves from Swirlix using a whipped dream. Sounds tasty to me. And according to its Oras Dex entry, it can distinguish the faintest of scents. It puts its sensitive sense of smell to use by helping pastry chefs in their work. Okay, if it adds more yummy pastries to the island, I'll forgive Tia for making me question my sense of reality. Moving on to number 3. This guy here is Lucky, a dog villager with a lazy personality type. Lazy villagers are known for sleeping in, enjoying snacks at home, and talking to bugs. I'm not one to pry into villagers' personal lives, but Lucky, what in all the shooting stars did you do to get so bandaged up? Are the bugs you chat with all King Gambit? Are you pulling a Professor Kukui and letting them practice their attacks on you? If you are, don't do that. Now, for the visual match here, I've got to go with Dusclops. The bandages, the single glowing eye, and that kind of goofy face. If this Pokemon showed up and told me, I waited outside your house all night except when I had to go to the bathroom, I'd just shrug and say, yeah, that tracks. I don't see Dusclops having a lot of bug friends as lazy villagers do, but I'm guessing bug types have a lot of those. So we need a bug that loves snacks and moves around as little as possible. Hey, the Kanto Classic Caterpie is said to have a voracious appetite, and eventually it will become a Metapod, whose Galar Dex entry reads, it is waiting for the moment to evolve. At this stage, it can only harden, so it remains motionless to avoid attack. Maybe Metapod's not lazy like we typically think of it, but look, if this isn't the laziest battle in Pokemon history, I don't know what is. At number 4, we've got Piper, a bird villager with the peppy personality. I know there's a lot of other favorites in this category, but I like the villagers who look like actual animals, and yeah, Piper is pretty much just a sandpiper. So I'd say the common flying type from the Alolan Islands, Pikipek, fits her look pretty well. But what to do about her personality matchup? The biggest thing that peppy villagers are known for are their dreams of becoming pop stars. But it's not like there's a pop star Pokemon that, there is. It's pop star Pikachu. That was simpler than I thought on both counts. Moving on. Our last villager with 2 different matchups is Dom, a jock-type villager. I love this sheep. He's not a robot showing off his super strength. He's just a sweet, lovable guy. I mean, he's a lovable guy who needs to stop chasing me down to talk about his muscles, but, everyone's got their flaws. And which Pokemon matches the look of this tie-dye athlete? There's quite a few sheep Pokemon, so to narrow it down, I looked for one with a bright, big smile, and one whose horns matched Dom's the best, which led me to Whimsicott. The horns not only curl in like his, but this Pokemon always has a Dom-sized smile on its face. Personality matchups, though. Okay, we're looking for a fighting type, one that likes to run up to you and show off, but, in a friendly way. My first thought was Quaquaval, a fighting type who's all about the flair. Until I realized that Quaquaval is just Pave in Pokemon form. Then I remembered we've got Pawmot. Not only does its evolution depend on running around, but look at that cute little face! Plus, the trainer it's associated with, Nimona, is practically a jock villager herself, just with Pokemon battles swapped for laps around the island. Now, before we cover the 3 villagers who matched the same Pokemon for look and personality, I'm going to cover the 2 biggest non-villagers in the game. Number 6 is Tom Nook. Yeah. I don't like Tom Nook. He is a money-grubbing pain in the neck who makes me do all his work for him. He looks like a Zigzagoon and acts like a creepy little Gimmighoul. You know what Gimmighoul does, right? Possesses people and forces them to go around collecting coins for it. It is Tom Nook reincarnated. We're done here. Number 7 is the series' de facto mascot, Isabelle. I do like Isabelle. She looks like a Fido, and I like Fido. Who does she act like, though? All we really know about Isabelle is that she's never off the clock. The second Tom Nook hires her, bam, no more announcements for him. She sometimes comes out to grab coffee or take part in an event, but it's always about working. I'm not even sure when she finds the time to race a cart around or spar with the villagers in a Smash Bros arena, and yet there she is. She's the type of character you're begging to take a vacation because she can't even sleep apart from work. And like her, there is a Pokemon that is constantly moving its whole life. Spoink is a cute little psychic type that has to bounce constantly, or it dies. Literally, bouncing keeps its heart beating. Oh gosh, I hope that's not the case for you, Isabelle. Please, if vacations are deadly to you, I'm fine if you don't take one. Okay, moving on to 3 villagers who are basically just one species of Pokemon transported to the island. Number 8 is Olivia, a cat villager with the snooty personality, who also shares her name with a very unsnooty Pokemon trainer. I don't know if I'd say she's my favorite in this category. That'd probably go to Becky just by virtue of being a chicken princess. But I could not overlook that Olivia is basically Persian. Like, Giovanni's Persian just got fed up with him one day and went, "Screw this, I could be bipedal too." Now, where's the heated bidet in this campsite? Yeah, snooty villagers can be rude, but you know what? Kudos to Olivia Persian for following her own path in life. Number 9 is T-Bone, a bull villager with the cranky personality type. Actually, there's 3 bulls with the cranky personality type. Cranky villagers are the oldest on the island, at least from the way they talk. They warm up to the player easily enough, but they can quickly clash with others. I like T-Bone's friendly face, and unlike the other two cranky bull villagers, he isn't wearing anything that screams, "I want to fight you now." But don't let that fool you, because he can get pretty irked if you cross him. And Aquabreed Tauros, like all Tauros, is known for having a short fuse. Plus, it keeps that streak of blue that T-Bone has. Let's hope it doesn't get on T-Bone's lawn or trample his blue roses, though. There might be blood if that happened. Okay, I saved my all-time favorite villager for number 10, and here she is, Ursala. Not Ursaluna, Ursula. Same pun, one less syllable. As of now, according to the Animal Crossing fan portal, she is the second to the bottom on the sisterly popularity list, only beating the gorilla villager Rocket. And that's part of why I love her. She was a random arrival that I set up as a neighbor for Groucho, and he only showed up because he'd been left in the void of a friend's island. Sisterly villagers are known for having little filter or social graces. Even Ursula will admit that she can be a little much sometimes. But they're also the ones who will threaten to beat up whoever messed with your face the first time you get a bee sting. They come off as confrontational, but they're also super caring, if a bit awkward at displaying that. Villagers like Ursula are what made me fall in love with this game. I love the unplanned joy I got from getting to know her, which really makes me think I should give her Pokemon twin Beware another chance. I've never really liked Beware. It struck me as obnoxious, especially in the anime. Yes, it's being protective of Team Rocket, but they have clearly had enough of being protected, and most times they're actively avoiding Beware's rescues. But they also have unexpected happy moments with her. And when the trio finally leaves Alola, they are genuinely thankful for how she's helped them. So maybe, like Ursula, Beware is one of those characters I need to hang out with a bit more before pushing her away for being too much. And maybe you're one of those people who liked this video but didn't sub yet? Look, I had to ask, okay? If you've got a fave villager, especially a less loved one, I'd love to hear about them in the comments. And if you've got more ideas for Pokemon Twin videos, let me know. Until next time, happy reading and happy training!